Okay, what's up, guys? Now, I didn't want to talk about this Block Boy JB, situation where he had to turn himself in because he was being, I guess he was getting charges of drugs and guns. I don't even know how to speak English right now. Let me read this out because I got this out. Yeah, but yeah, busted on drug and gun charges, and so yeah, I was like, man, I heard about that, and I was like, dang. It's like, how do you go from the man that created one of the most popular dances of our generation to, getting busted on like some charges like that? And it's like, bro, listen, this is like to all artists. Because that's like, I didn't want to just talk about this just strictly about Block Boy JB. I want it to be this video for all music artists out there because it's like when I think about it and I see it, and it's like this is like one of the things I never really like paid attention to was rappers getting busted on some form of charges and stuff. And my thing is though, if I'm a rapper, I've gained this fame off of my music. I'm sticking to that. Like the gangs, the guns, the drugs, all of that stuff. I'm throwing that behind because if I have a passion for music, okay, if I'm making all this money off of music, if I'm helping my friends and family off of this music, I'm not all that other stuff. You have to throw it away. You have to throw it away. You can't let you can't let stuff like that's going to be putting you in a situation where you might be facing, some time in jail, some time in prison because you want to live that life you were living before, or you try and come out with something for your next song and things. And it's like, it doesn't need to be like that. Okay. And I'm like, I seen the situation with like 21 Savage, right? And then it's like reading about him and things, and you think he's this dude just rapping about guns, drugs, killing folks and stuff. And then he comes out with this thing called like the bank account program where it's teaching, high school kids or any kids and, just any kids to save money and things. And I seen that and I was like, it had me have a different outlook on 21 Savage. And so that's why I'm just all like, hey, listen, this man could come out with any music, but honestly, his heart is in the right place. And I feel like that's the problem with a lot of these rappers today. Their heart is not in the right place. Like, you come out, you do all of these things, right? You come out with all this, like, you're making this music and all this other stuff. But it's like, what are you looking for once you get to the end of the tunnel? Like, you're a car right now in a tunnel, and then, you're almost out of the tunnel. What's at the end of the tunnel waiting for you? Because something needs to be there waiting for you. You can't just be driving through stuff and then just not have a reason to drive through it. Like, if you want to help your family, do that. If you want to help your friends, do that. But if all you want to do is smoke weed, buy cars, buy chains that nobody's not even going to be thinking about in the next year or two, it's like, really? It's like, people, you need to understand, you're not someone like Floyd Mayweather, okay? I feel like the only person that can pull some stuff like that off is Floyd Mayweather, all right? So it's like, he has a family. So it's like, overall, it's like, yeah, he has to be doing that stuff. But sometimes, flex for a little bit. It's cool. Like, that's, they ain't got a problem with just people flexing. But eventually, you have to have something to look forward to. Because I feel like that's probably like why a lot of times, like, rappers that we used to listen to back in the day, they're all like, oh, okay, I'm going to buy myself a crib. I'm going to buy myself a nice car. Then after that, they're just all like, well, dang, what can I do now? Like, listen, do investments, build some things, create some things to where your name is still like, it's one of those names that's still being talked about 10 years after you released that single that blew you up. So it's like my thing. This is my message to all rappers out there. Have something to look forward to. Don't just stop, all right? Or don't give up, or don't go back to your old days and stuff before you were making music. Make music, help others make music, do something to where it is going to not lead you on being busted on gun and drug charges. Like, it's eventually that stuff has to end. It has to end, all right? So anyways, I know people are like, oh, you don't know their life, you don't know how they grew up and things. I don't, but I know that they can have a better future. I know that much. So anyways, talk to you guys later. Like, subscribe, This has been another Moss and Hip Hop video, and yeah, peace.